guys. Give me 1 second. Let me get some water. Give me 1 second. All right, I'm going to say some quick hellos. This is just a quick live. So let me scroll up. If you guys can hit like for me, that would be great. If you guys can hear me, please put a 1 in the chat. And I'm going to scroll up so we can just chat for a bit. All right, 1 minute, guys. Let me get my other device ready. Okay, and I see the ones. Thank you, guys. Like I said, this is just a quick impromptu live to discuss some things. So let me say my hellos first, and then I will get to it. Hello, Stephanie. Hi, Special K. Hello, Sunshine. Rare Sunshine. Good evening. A Queen's Tea with GG9. Okay, it looks like I may need to subscribe to your channel. First time I'm seeing you in the chat. Thank you for joining me. To the 88, 90 people watching, thank you guys so much. Please hit the like. Hey, Denise Calhoun. Hello, Pamela. Cutie Crew member. Hi, Ladale. Hi, Marie. Hello, Dina. Hi, K-Pope, Regina, Miss Shar, Cutie Crew member. Hello. Hey, May May. Hello, Linda Gamble. Hey, Pamela. Hi, Dolly. Good evening. Chosen from Cali. It's raining. Well, that's Southern California. It never rains in Southern California. Enjoy the rain, if that's possible. Kimbella. Hey, Kimbella. Good evening, Cutie Crew member. Good evening, Tawana, Cutie Crew member. Laquita, good evening. Cricket, Cutie Crew member. Good evening. Neva, good evening. Thank you guys so much for putting the 1 in the chat. I appreciate it. Hello, Leona. Makitha, Cutie Crew member. Good evening. Ann Green, Cutie Crew member. Also, to the Cutie Crew, we meet tomorrow for our members only live. I will put up a post for the members. If there are any topics you guys want to discuss, let me know in advance. That way I can do a little research and all of that good stuff. Hey, Ann. Tawana, I'm still cracking up at that profile. India Starling, hello. Renee Robinson, hello. JMD Wright, hello. Hey, Mary. Right arm coach, hello. Right arm. Thank you for joining me. Miss Bridget, thank you for joining me. Sophia, Mrs. T, Leah's grandma. Hey, Leah's grandma, cutie crew member. Thank you for joining me. Rhonda, thank you for joining me. Steph M. Hello, hello, hello. Yvette, pretty brown eyes in the house. Hey, pretty brown eyes. And if I missed anyone, please let me know. I'm scrolling to the bottom, and it's definitely not done on purpose. Hello, Laverne. Cassandra Williams, hello. And R. Webb, hello. So, guys, let's get started. I just wanted to come to you guys because I saw some things today that was a tad bit discouraging, if you ask me. And it happened on my channel. So first and foremost, hello, Gloria. Let me say this. Before any video, I always make sure to put up my little intro video that says everything is alleged. Everything is alleged. And I had people slanging and banging in my comment section earlier. And, I just don't do that over here. You guys will never see me in other folks' comment section going back and forth, back and forth. And rarely do I want to turn off my comments on any videos. So let me just start by saying this. When it comes to them kids' mama and what's going on with them kids, I won't be making another video about it. I won't be talking about it on another live panel. Number one, I don't want anything that could be in place to jeopardize Mel in any way at all. Secondly, Mel or Martell has not come out and said anything regarding custody. Nothing. So everything is speculation. So I did have two women drop down last night in my live video. One of them joined the panel. Another was in the comment section stating that they were a part of her class. Now, I let the lady talk freely. I mentioned in my comment section earlier today, I was a little shocked that she said it, but was I upset that she said it? No. Did I do investigative reporting where I searched and tried to dox her and get her information and see if she's enrolled in Mel's class? No. Again, without Mel or Martell coming out and confirming anything, everything is alleged. There were also people in the comments dropping Aunt Ann's name. There were also people in Aunt Ann's comments dropping my name. Now, this is what I know for a fact. Aunt Ann also says everything is alleged. Everything is for entertainment purposes and so forth. So, I don't get what that was about. I get everybody is passionate about Mel when it comes to her kids because we know that she shouldn't even be in court, period. But as far as people dropping down saying this or that, and one comment, one thread had a good 30 comments, 20 was from one person. And I'm not going to put anybody on blast, but I don't do that over here. So I hope that you guys can, and I appreciate every subscriber. Please believe me. And I do want to allow you guys to say whatever it is that you want to say. Because again, if everything is alleged from me, everything is alleged from you. I think that with us being so passionate and wanting the best for Mel and her babies, that we are refusing to acknowledge any other possibility. Again, none of us know. I'm not in Mel's house, hiding in Mel's attic, listening through the vents to see what's going on, or with binoculars trying to peep through her window to see if the kids are there or not. And it was just a little um off-putting for me. This is really the second case. I had a panel last week. Things got a little rowdy. I don't do that over here. Again, in allowing people to click the link and get up and say whatever it is that they want to say, I have a banner and I'll put it up. Give me 1 second. I have a couple actually. But I put all views shared by host and panel members are personal opinions and everything is alleged. So if there's anyone in here related to Mel that can drop down in my comments and say, look, that's my sister, that's my cousin, that's this or that, please know everything is alleged. But like I started off, going forward, I will not be discussing anything when it comes to that court case until we all can see or hear out of the horse's mouth, Mel or Martell, whatever that may be, then that's it. I did want to address everything else so far. A couple things, a couple more things. I'm sorry. I made a video. I don't know. I think it was about Ariane Curry. And in that video, people were in the comments talking negatively about that baby, Knox. There is nothing that we can do as far as Knox being born, how he was conceived, and anything else. But please do not drop in my chat and call that baby a Astrid with a B in front. Don't do that, please. It's not that serious, guys. Kids are innocent. And again, I get that everyone is passionate. Everyone. And hello, Aunt Ann. I love me some you. I get that everyone is passionate, but I just ask that you guys respect the platform. Please, because I promise you, if you had a YouTube channel, I would do the same. I would respect your platform. And I'm definitely not going to go in anyone's chat, let's say Aunt Ann, for instance, and if I see a comment that somebody put that I don't agree with, I'm not about to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth with them. I'm just not going to do it. So, I agree, India. Absolutely. Absolutely, Kimbella. Aunt Ann, yes, I love me some you. And yeah, guys, it really wasn't much that I wanted to discuss. You guys know that I really don't come live without an advance notice much. But yeah, I turned the comments off on the video to the women that joined the panel last night, to the people that were commenting in the chat that said that they are in this class or whatever the case may be. You're still welcome on my platform. Like I said, I didn't say that what they said was wrong because, again, I don't know. I'm not in Mel's class. But I do know that we've had information that was shared before that a lot of content creators will do commentary on. Not only did I report what they said in my chat, it is several YouTube content creators that's been saying since, I would say, last Thursday or Friday that Martell was with his kids last week. And I really want to make this clear. I want Martell to get some help. I think that should be the goal for all of us, because what I know, what you guys should know, those kids love their daddy. So I don't want to see anything wrong come to Martell. But when it comes to his anger issues, when it comes to things that he's displayed that we've seen online and the show. That's how a lot of us have been able to form our opinions about Martell. And they are just opinions. Do I think that Martell has anger issues? Absolutely. We've seen that on the show. Do I think that Martell does not have Mel's best interests at heart, excuse me? Absolutely. We've seen him say some discouraging things on the show and off, but to separate that from his kids, for me, is different. I don't see Martell wanting to bring harm to any of his kids. That's just my personal opinion. So if I say that, like we discussed last night in my live, that does anybody see down the line that redemption is possible? And give me 1 second, guys. I always ask that. The reason why I ask that is because I feel like if any of us take the time to work on ourselves, take the time to get therapy, take the time to look within, and then we then change our behaviors, then yes, I don't feel like people should be held to the fire of things that they've done in the past if they're taking the proper steps to make a change. So it was just a lot. I'm going to read some comments. Thank you, Angela Jean. I totally agree. And, it's all from passion. I get it. But if you don't see me slanging and banging in my comments, going back and forth, cussing folks out, telling people they wrong, doing this or that, please, guys, I'm just asking nicely, please don't do it. And, there may be another channel where it's allowed, but and I don't want to censor you guys. I don't want to have to turn off my comments, none of that. But I just want you guys to think that, number one, it takes a lot of time to make YouTube videos. I don't know if people think it's easy. We go through recording the videos. We go through uploading the videos, editing the videos, making thumbnails, editing the thumbnails, all of that. It's a lot. So I think that when we do upload the content for everyone else, I think that, there should just be a respectful exchange. We all do not agree. That's what makes things, in my opinion, great. I love a good, healthy debate. There have been some of and I wish I remembered her name from last week. I can't remember her name. There has been people that challenged me, and I had to come back and say, you know what? You are absolutely right. So there's nothing wrong with debating people. But as far as you dropping down in the comments, and let's say your name is, I want to make sure I'm not saying anybody's name in the chat. Let me pull out a piece of paper and see. Okay, I'll use this. Unless your name is Broker Cherie instead of Melody Cherie, if you're not Mel, we don't know, guys. There's a lot that goes on social media, and I just really wanted to make sure that everybody understands that alleged. I can't discredit the people that were in my live last night because I don't know them, and I don't know for sure if they were or were not in that class, So, it's not a big deal at all, but I just really wanted to come live, talk about it. I was looking for some of the people that were going back and forth in the comments, and I don't see them. All right. Okay, Barbara, we're not talking about the kids right now, but thank you for that. Again, we don't know if he's seen Ariane and his son or not. We really don't. You know what I mean? Even let's go back to the alleged incident. I 98% feel like something happened, but there's still that 2% that's out there. None of us have seen a document at all from any courthouse, any popo station, or anything. So there's a slight chance that even though I feel strongly 98%, that 2% could knock my 98% down to zero. We don't know. Yes, Aunt Ann. And you are the best. We have us some great conversations. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate the dialogue that we have with each other, as well as a couple other content creators. I agree, Kimbella. I totally agree. And you know, I don't know. This is what I'm gonna say. I don't know if currently he's in any type of therapy. I don't know. But that is my hope because what you just said, we've seen the anger issues. We've seen it. Again, if we aren't there, we still really just don't know. Hey, Nikki. And you say, yes, Martell do need help. I've been saying that for 9 months and it's sad he don't realize it. This is why I pray for him. Yes. And you know what? I was so touched last night because Renata even prayed for Martell. A lot of us do, Aunt Ann, because again, no one wants to see, I don't care what race you are, but a lot of people say, especially a black man, not involved in his kid's life. Do I still think that Martell uses those kids to his advantage as far as his image? Absolutely, I do. Personal opinion. Absolutely, I do. And, hopefully he will think about his kids before he even thinks about himself. And, it's just my hope and prayer that this custody battle is either over or will be soon. I can say that I see a fast resolution just based on one of my subscribers who always joins the panel. And I appreciate her insight because she lives locally in Huntsville. She went through the same thing with her ex-husband. And unfortunately for her, it took 3 years for it to get resolved. So, I would hope that for Mel's sake, for peace, because I think that that's the only thing that's really holding her back is still being tied in that way. And naturally, she's going to fight for her kids. And again, we don't know. She could have full custody. She may still be going through the process. I will say this. On top of whoever the ladies were, that the one that joined my panel and the one that was in my chat, and they said what they said about the class, I'm going to say what was said out of Mel's mouth in her live just this past weekend. She said she has 1 week on, 1 week off. So we really don't know the circumstances of why she had them for, it seemed like it was 3 weeks. I believe it was 3 weeks. It could have been an emergency order in place, allegedly. It could have been something that they worked out. It could have been something that the courts changed. We don't know, guys. So, yeah. Meditation sounds, you say no one is perfect. God gives grace. Thank God we don't depend on man. Pray for them. Yes. Donna D. I like that name. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Donna D. Martell definitely has emotional issues. He cannot be trusted with keeping Melody's children from unstable people like his side chick. I hear you. Hopefully, there's something in place for that as well. I know if I were in Mel's shoes, that would have been one of the top things that my lawyer would have presented when we did go to court. Don't have my kids around her, period. So hopefully, we don't know. I do know that Martell, I would like to say that maybe it's something in place where they can't take them around other people. But we've seen the pictures of Martell taking those kids around Sheree. And that was out of pocket to me, out of pocket. Thank you, Charlene. He definitely does. Definitely does. And hopefully, he realizes that before it's too late. We spoke last night about rock bottom. And I can promise you this, if he don't address his own issues, he will hit rock bottom. That's just how it works. You can't continue to do wrong, be spiteful, be devious. You know what I'm saying? God has a way of humbling you. So that's right, chosen. That's true, Kimbella. That's true. I totally agree with that. And on the outside looking in, we've seen, I'll say what I've seen. I've seen strictness when it comes to him. I've seen, and we spoke about this last night, one of the earlier lives of Mel and Martell that they uploaded. I don't know, I believe it was before the show, but when he was playing like they were going to get in trouble. And the kids were terrified in the back seat, and at the end he started laughing. Oh, I'm just playing. And, we want to have an authority over our kids, or however I should put that, but we don't want them to be fearful of us. I did see fear in that video. Again, it was a throwback, but yeah, the man needs help and he needs to get out of his own way. He needs to realize that he does not know everything, and he really needs to take a look at the inside. And then if he changed that, then outwardly he'll be able to act different. I see Mel tried, and I'm going to say tried past tense. She tried with that Destin, Florida trip. There was no other reason for her to invite him if she wasn't trying to extend an olive branch. Hey, we got to be in each other's lives for the rest of our lives because of our children. So let's just be able to go somewhere and kick it. There's no hope when it comes to a relationship. Let's try to, as much as possible, continue on this family tradition that we had as far as taking our kids on vacation. And he screwed that up. So, Martell gives me the impression that he just thinks he knows it all. At all. Thank you, Charlene. All right, so let me see if I'm not going to put anybody on blast, but I just wanted to see if I saw anyone that was going back and forth in the comments in the chat. And if any of you feel like you have something to say about it, we can definitely chat tonight. Like I said, when it comes to the custody case, it's off the table for me until I hear Mel say, I got full custody, or the judge granted the same thing, joint custody. That's it. That's all for me. Thank you, pretty brown eyes. But everything we say is our opinion, not the Bible. Why are people so crazy? Guess the Facebook group is spilling over to YouTube. I don't know what it is, but it is discouraging because I've never told anyone, speaking of myself personally, that I have any inside information. I'm going to tell you guys this. I have never, ever inboxed Mel, inboxed Miss Van, inboxed Marcus, inboxed anybody. I just don't do it. I feel like, and this is a question, I don't know if I said this, maybe I said this when I was talking to Aunt Ann, but this is a question that I would like to ask Mel, given the opportunity. Does she feel like it's too much? Does she feel like the conversations going on about the custody, her children, and all of that is too much? I would really like to know that. So it was a wake-up call for me today, and it was only because of what was going on in my comment section. It was a bit much. And hopefully the ladies that were going back and forth see this live video. Again, I didn't block anyone. I just turned off the comments. But going forward, if you say anything about kids in a negative way, I'm just going to have to block you. I'm sorry, because it just does not line up with my morals, if I could put it that way. I've said that I feel like baby Maverick or Knox, however they are addressing him, I feel like he does need a little more attentiveness from his mother. He is 2 years old. There is a saying that's been going on forever: terrible twos, terrible twos, terrible twos. For me, I think that may be what's going on with him. But am I going to diagnose that baby and say something wrong with him? Or he not talking yet? And no, I'm just not going to do that, guys. Hello from the UK. Hey, Phyllis. Cutie crew member. Thank you, Neva. That's what's needed the most. You know what I mean? I have said before, and I'm not going to say exactly, but I feel like, you know, you can read people, you can read their energy, and you can do all of that. I feel like Mel is okay. I don't think that Mel is driving through Huntsville scared Martell gonna jump out of bush and do this or do that. I think she got it under control. I think that, you know, everything is in order when it comes to her. And I feel like, you know, because a lot of people feel that way, they are terrified for what they think is going to happen to Mel. And I just think that Mel is smart enough. Her action shows us that she's on the move. She's doing her thing. And I just don't think that, you know, don't for one second, I don't think that she don't have a side eye going when it comes to Martell, but I don't see her living in fear on a daily basis. I just don't. You went through the same thing, including the outside baby. Yeah, these men out here something else. You hear me? Yeah, he does. He does. Hey, you two cutie crew member. Robin Davis, cutie crew members. Good evening. That's sad, Barbara. That's too long. The kids gonna be on their way out of high school. It's like custody for what? You know, and I get it. There are younger kids, but I'm talking about the oldest two. You know, maybe not about to get out of high school. I'm being dramatic, but yeah, 3 years is a long time to have to, you know, I'm sure that's mentally draining on Mel's part. And I'm not thinking about Martell's mental because he's the cause of it. You know, we've spoken before about how she gave him a chance, didn't get the course involved in the beginning. They both came together and made up the schedule or what they were going to do. You know, she didn't take the man for child support or anything, so she tried. Sharon W, you put, if you think about it, Mel was referring to the time she was asked months ago to do the show. I'm not understanding that. So elaborate if you don't mind. Hey, little Paulette. Hi, S. White. If I didn't say hello, Dion. He is pretty brown eyes. He is. And, you know, he's ego-driven man. And, you know, just from looking at Martell's social media, it really shows what he's up to. If you peep game, it shows what he's up to. And I feel, my personal opinion, that he is using those kids for his image. Do I think he loves his kids? Absolutely. But I also think that both of them can go hand in hand. And if you scroll his Instagram page, that's all you see. My kids, my kids, my kids, my kids. It's like, what else do you have going on? What else? So yeah, I agree. Let me check out something, guys. Thank you guys for hitting like. We have 208 likes, 332 watching. If you guys could hit the like button for me, whether you are in the bushes or not, I would appreciate it. Hey, Megan. I agree, Kimbella. I agree. Yes, he did. And Paulette, I'm not sure if that was that the scene when he had to bring Mariah back up to Mel when she was crying? But I do remember Marceau saying that. Marcel is a product of divorced parents, so he's speaking firsthand and probably speaking from other people that he knows that went through this. It's never good to do what Martell is doing when it comes to, it's like a tug of war with the kids. It's crazy to me. I get that, Cheryl Howard. Again, sometimes when you pray for people, prayer works. And I am in no way telling people to pray for Martell. But I think if we're going to be honest, if we all care about those kids like we say we do, then there's nothing wrong with sending a little prayer up. God, please let Martell get some help. God, please let Martell not dog the mother out. There's nothing wrong with that. But I get it. Everybody has their own stance. Totally agree, Aunt Anne. Totally agree. And I don't know if you guys have witnessed anybody hitting rock bottom. I don't know if you've experienced it yourself. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how to handle it because you're basically stripped of everything. Everything. So it is my prayer. Again, I pray that Mel gets full custody. That's what I want. That's what I pray for. I'm not even sure if that's what she wants because she's always said herself she's okay with joint custody. But again, I think that full custody will come with some type of peace, will come with some type of normalcy, and it will lessen the um, dictatorship, if I can put it that way, when it comes to Martell. What scares me about that, if she was granted full custody, and or if she has, I'm not sure, but if she was, if Martell hasn't started working on himself by then it's not looking good for anybody, if you ask me. And I don't mean that he's going to do anything in a violent nature. I don't know that. I hate to say nature now because I sound like him. Things of that nature. But, without help and without internal reflection and all of that, I don't think he's going to grow. That's true. That is so true, Catherine. Now, this is something that I'm looking for. Hey, Miss J. Hello, hello, hello. You getting ready to drive? I wish I had a little camera, spy camera in your car so I can see if you driving and chatting. What was I about to say? Oh, what I am looking forward to. Now, I'm not sure if you guys saw Carlos. Where did I see? This was a clip of an interview that Carlos gave with somebody. And I just saw it this week. And Carlos said, I'm sorry, guys. My husband coming in. Give me 1 second. Dogs are barking. 1 second. Let me hit mute. One second. Every time he hit the garage door, there they go. 1 minute. My apologies, guys. They still barking. So I apologize. What was I saying? Oh, about Carlos. Give me 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. But what I was saying is, I saw an interview. Let me close my office doors, guys. Give me 1 minute. Oh, get out. Give me 1 second. Okay, hopefully that will be better. But in that interview, Carlos said that based on how the reunion ended last season, that people are going to be shocked at the first episode of Mel and Martell. And the way, what video, Kimbella? That video literally brought me to tears. What video? I agree, Mary. But anyway, the way I took what Carlos said in that interview that he gave, and it wasn't on YouTube, I saw it on Instagram, I believe. He gave an interview to Hollywood somebody, not Hollywood Unlocked, Hollywood Reporter maybe. But he said that people are going to be shocked when they see Mel and Martell in the first episode. So I took that as we may see them cordial with each other. That's how I took it. So again, we'll find out next Saturday, April 8th. I am going to drop my link. Like I said, this will not be a long live. Yes, Jay Mooten. Yes, yes, yes. I totally agree. And that's denial. That's what it is. It's denial. So until he fully accepts that his actions caused him basically to lose everything, yeah, totally agree with you. Something is wrong with him. Yep. Got Mel and her kids for sure. A Queen's Tea with Gigi Nine. Let me know in the chat if you are a content creator, because I can't look it up now. Unfortunately, he likes to put restriction on Mel. He thinks he can do whatever he pleases, who babysits the kids, but he can take them around Sheree or whoever. Correct. You think so? I do too. And that's why I said today will be the last as far as me discussing custody. Now, she posts those beautiful babies. I love those Eminem kids, like a lot of you. And, you know, we're going to continue to rally behind Mel and those kids. At least I am. And I believe that that's where the passion comes from us all. Yeah, for sure. Hey, Alf. I don't know, pretty brown eyes. It's not going to happen. And I don't even think that they meant any harm. Again, I feel like it comes from passionate, people are passionate on both sides. You know what I mean? So people are passionate about their feelings when it comes to Martell. I don't want to say hate, but they just, you know, maybe some of them do just hate his guts and blah, blah, blah. So they want to voice that by typing it. And I respect that. You know, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. And as long as it's in my chat and it's not vulgar or anything like that, then the comments remain. But today, like I said, it was like slanging and banging, back and forth between 2 to 3 people, to where I just had to turn the comments off. You know, I'm not discrediting anybody at all, if you were in the class or if you weren't. So I would hope that, like me and Aunt Ann both said, everything is alleged. You know what I mean? I would love to be a content creator that can come and just, and this is without me looking anything up, because I don't even do that. But I would love to be able to be a content creator that could come with documentation. And guys, this is it. But, you know, this YouTube, and I think with everybody knowing that it's still ongoing, or we didn't hear it from Mel, or we didn't hear it from Martell. And this is what I think. I think if Martell was ever granted anything, Martell's going live immediately. I do think that something happened. I do. My own personal opinion. And I think that the extended weeks were because of that. You know, Tay, I was looking at When Tay Talks earlier. She made an excellent point. And she stated that a lot of people felt like Mel had them due to spring break. And Tay made a great point and said, well, it was the holiday times just this past winter. And we know based on Martell posting and Mel posting that Mel didn't even get a chance to spend Christmas Day with her kids or Thanksgiving Day with her kids. So I don't see any provisions being made for spring break. So that was a great, great point that Tay made. So that's why I do feel like, in my opinion, allegedly, something definitely happened. Now, whether it was drastic enough for them to snatch him away from him permanently, we don't know. Thank you, Kimbella. Yep, that's right. Yes, and we touched on that last night as well. Let me get this link and I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, guys. Give me 1 second. I don't know why my throat is dry. Probably because I don't go back to back live like this. All right, so I did drop the link. I did pin the link. And then, Charlene, you put this man is hurt from childhood, from his mother and father. He has to deal with that now before it's too late. Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is something that I tried to make a point last night. We know that Martell says, he's this great dad. And hey, it is what it is. But we've seen some questionable decisions that he's made. I in no way feel like he made those decisions to any way harm his kids. But we've seen him walking during the wintertime with the kids, no gloves, and this and that. From what I understand, and I saw you, Pretty Brown Eyes, I don't know if you lost your connection backstage. From what I understand, that the weather that they experienced that day wasn't the norm for Huntsville. Anybody that's local in Huntsville, let me know. And he wanted to get out and let his kids enjoy. So I don't think that he took them kids out there to purposely try to freeze them or try to get them to get frostbite on their hands. I think it was a impromptu moment. Hey, let's do this. You guys get out here or whatever. We also seen the kids when they were at the little parade that he was just at, and we didn't like those girls in the back of that pickup truck. Do I think that Martell said, I don't care for y'all get in the back? Absolutely not. So again, I think it's all based on passion. And, I just don't think that the man wants any harm to come his kids' way, no matter what he has going on with their mother. Now, if he was a good dad, he wouldn't be putting their mom through what he's putting her through. But when it comes to the kids, I don't see him wanting to bring them harm. And yes, you too cute. I see your comment about the kids walking very close. I said that, Pretty Brown Eyes. Can you hear me? Pretty Brown Eyes. All right, you must still be having some issues. Put it in the back chat if you can. Are you there? Okay, saying your mic is muted. All right, hit it again for me or put it in the back chat. You too cute. I totally agree with you. When I did a little commentary on his life, when he was out walking with those kids that night, I was scared, okay? Because I felt like that his attention should have been on the kids and not on that live video, not on the camera, and him not paying close attention. But I still don't think that the man wanted the kids to fall in the water. So I think that, we just have to, separate some things. Hey, Marita.
Hey, cutie, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored.
Yes. What's going on? Have you
Today.
You got a slight echo, Marita.
Okay, is that better?
That's much better. Yes.
Right. So what are we talking about today?
Woo child. What we're talking about is, let me get simply beautiful up. You still got a slight echo, Maritha.
All right. Let me see.
Yeah, look at your avatar when you're not talking. It's like moving. But hold on,
Is
let me.
that better?
Oh my goodness, that's excellent.
Okay.
Oh, that's excellent. Okay, let me add Simply Beautiful and Pretty Brown Eyes up. Simply Beautiful, is this you?
Yes, it is.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hello.
Eyes. Oh no, Pretty Brown Eyes just dropped down. Well, Maritha, I don't want to make it a big deal, so I'll give you an overview of what I came live for. Hold on, we got Cheryl Howard backstage. Give me 1 second. Is this you, Cheryl? Cheryl Howard?
Hi.
Hey,
Hey, Mama. How you doing?
hey, thanks
Hello.
for joining me. Real quickly, guys, if you guys could hit the like, everyone in the chat, I would appreciate it. And just to give you guys an overview, if you missed the start of this live, the reason why I titled it Subscribers Let's Chat is because I have subscribers slanging and banging all throughout the comments on my video from earlier today. So much so that I had to turn the comments off.
Oh my word.
Ciao.
Yeah. And
Wow.
you know,
Oh.
yeah, it's not a big deal. I did not block them because I get that. Look, everybody is passionate. So you guys were a part of the live last night. Some of
Yes.
you took in what the ladies who claimed they were in Mel's class said. Some people say it may have been BS. What I said and what I try to do before every video, everything is alleged unless I hear it from Mel. Everything
Mm.
is alleged unless Martell comes live and say, "Hey, the judge granted me custody," or "Hey, the judge removed custody." You know what I mean? So I get that everybody is passionate. I think that the majority of us, want Mel to come out victorious in everything that she does. 95% of us know that it's wrong for them to be going through this custody battle and all of that. But it is what it is. So that was the nature of it. Like I said, I didn't take it too personal, but I just don't want to have to restrict people. I don't want to have to restrict my own comment section. And I just ask people to think about it. If you don't see me slanging and banging in the comments with 40 or 50 different comments back to one person, that's all. I just want people to.
Oh, okay. Well, I must be had. Well, I was on when the lady came up and said that she was in one of Mel classes and Mel said what she said about the kids and stuff like that. However, I don't think that was something that should have been passed on, and that's my opinion. That
Mhm.
was something she said within the class, and that I feel as though that's something that should have stayed in the class, you
Mhm.
know. But to each his own. Everybody's not like me,
Yeah.
but that's how I feel about that. And as far as Mel, I think Mel is pretty satisfied with the way it's set up right now. Um, that allows her to do what she needs to do. Not saying she can't do what she needs to do if she have the kids, but again, Mel is she's looking out for Martell.
Yeah.
Because truth be told, in my opinion, and allegedly, and in my opinion, if it was left up to her and those kids, I don't think they love their dad. I'm not saying that, but I don't think they would want to be with him, like him having full custody of him. I don't think the kids would like something like that. I
No way.
don't think the kids would thrive. I don't think the kid would grow. uh they will grow physically, but growing emotionally and growing mentally, I don't think they would grow because their dad is he's still stuck at 15 or 16 or 18 or something like that. So with with that, it's we can't really say, just like you say, I'm not gonna say nothing about I think Mel has custody until Mel come on live and say, yeah, I got custody. But being the lady that she is, I don't think she would do it like that. She would drop hints like she normally do.
I totally agree with you. And if you guys missed it, I stated that, and I guess this live will be the last live for me really discussing custody, while they're going through this, if they're still going through it or not. Because I don't want to jeopardize anything when it comes to that for her. You get what I'm saying? I also agree
Exactly.
with you, Maritha, that I don't even see Mel wanting to take those kids totally out of his life now. And if it's a dire need, if it's some things going on behind the scenes, then most definitely we know as a mom, she's gonna make sure those kids are straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just unfortunate all the way around. When it comes to the lady sharing the information about the class, um, I commented under a thread that you were on today, Maritha, that I was shocked that she said it. But am I going to dog her out or go back and forth in the comments and tell her you wrong, you this or that? She has her own opinion. She jumped up on a live just like I click live. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to be able to decipher this and that. And it is what it is. So to prevent that going forward, when it comes to the custody case and all of that, like you said, Mel, if the judge has already given her full custody, or if he does down the line, she's not going to say that because she knows that that's those kids' dad. And I think that she
Exactly.
tried to let him still be seen in a favorable light when it comes to the kids. But thank you so much for that, Maritha. We're going to swing back around to you. Let me get simply beautiful. What's going on? Simply beautiful.
Hi- Look, hello, panel.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hi, Simply.
I must have missed that part of the live because my phone died and I was walking into Penn Station and my service sucks down there. So
Yeah,
somebody said,
you said you was going to try to go home and come back, but maybe we had ended it by then.
yeah, you had literally when I got off the train and got my car, you was ending a live, and I said, oh wow, all right,
Yeah.
but I agree with everything that you and Maritha said. I don't think Mel is gonna basically come out and put it out there that she won full custody of her children. Um, I do commend her for even still wanting to protect Martell in a way. I mean, I think it's commendable that she's even willing to want to still work with him, even though that at every turn he seems to meet her with resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the idea of control to him and the fact of the matter that he doesn't have control over her anymore
Mm-hmm.
um, leads to bad decisions for him.
Yep.
I don't think he sometimes, for most of the time, I don't think he thinks in the best interest of his children. Because I don't think trying to strip them away from Mel is conducive for them at all.
It's not.
I agree.
Um, I just want him to get some help. I'm with her. Get some help. It's
Yep.
time to sit down and think of somebody other than yourself. At
Yeah.
the end of the day, you claim you're this great dad and whatnot. It would be nice to see you put their needs before your own, especially when it comes to the respect of their mother in the public. You
Yes.
can you can feel how you want about her, but when you're in public, it's really weird that you show favoritism to the other baby mama just simply because you can control her, because
Exactly.
she depends on you for whatever it is that you give to her,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's financially or the other thing.
Or the other thing, child.
Um,
Yes.
I, I I I just want him to put his children first. I
Yeah.
want him to put action to his words that he's this great father. Um,
Mhm.
that's basically it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Simply Beautiful. And I think that that should be the want of all of us because, in the end, considering the fact that the marriage has ended, considering the fact of all of the details that went on, the cause for the breakup, the side chick, and all of that. In the end, those kids are still his. And I think that we all should want him to get himself together. I totally agree with you when you said how he basically praises coleslaw, you
Mm-hmm.
know, with the she's a great mom. I mean, if you peep game, you know what I mean? If you peep game and if you can see, we've seen things that we can say, well, wait a minute, what about this?
You want to know something, Chit Chat? I said that in the last live that they did together because it was clear as day that at 7 something in the morning, she was feeding that baby chips.
Yeah,
Now, you went into an uproar about some apple juice, which Mel says is diluted, but you said nothing about them chips that your son was eating at 7 o'clock in the morning or the popsicles that he was being fed the other time at 5 o'clock in the morning.
right. Well, that's why I say if you peep game, we all know what's up. You should see straight through that.
Trust me.
And
Yeah.
in my opinion, that's his way of still trying to hurt Mel. Mel could care less. Okay, Mel could care less. She know what her kids eating. She know how much they get. So it's just another failed attempt for him because if she was such a great mom, if she was such a great woman, that man would have been with her as soon as the ink was dry on those divorce papers. So
that is always my thing with Martell. Like, if Mel is all of this negative stuff that you say, why is it that you still want to be with her?
yeah,
If
yeah,
she's a terrible mom, why is it that you still want to go back and be with her? I don't know too many men who want to deal with a woman that is this horrible mother
right.
to their kids.
Yeah. Well, we know, like I said, we know game when we see it. And
Yeah.
if anybody that does not know game, this is a clear case of that. If given the chance, Martell will take Mel back today. Mel
Yep.
could tell Martell to jump. He gonna ask her how high. I don't care how many women he want to be seen with. I don't care how fine he think he is. If anybody knows what he lost, he knows. So
I,
great point. Simply beautiful. Who came on next? I believe it was Cheryl Howard, then
Hey.
Anonymous.
it was Cheryl, my
All
Hi.
New
right,
York
Cheryl.
buddy.
How you doing, baby? How y'all
Real
doing? How y'all
quickly,
doing?
real quickly, Cheryl, before you get started, Cherise, thank you so much for becoming a member of the Cutie Crew. Please join us tomorrow for our members only live. And go ahead, Cheryl.
I might have to become
Hi.
a
Yeah.
member.
Listen, I just want to say, listen, you might think I'm a bad person. After I say this,
Okay, real quick.
there's no prayers going on.
Real
Put
quick.
your banner up.
No,
Just say Cheryl over Anonymous.
no,
Yes.
I'm not gonna put the ban up. Let me just say this real quickly because some of you guys may have missed the beginning of the live. We're not talking negatively about any kids.
Hmm.
Um, what else I want to say? I guess that's it. Make sure to say alleged and go for it. But as far as kids, any personal opinions about, and I'm not saying you were about to say that, Cheryl.
Oh no, I'm not gonna
I'm
say
just
nothing about
saying,
kids. Definitely
yeah,
not.
yeah. Anything about kids, we just gonna keep that. But go ahead, Cheryl. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I just can't pray. I just can't send my prayers out to somebody like Martell. I'm sorry. Not when you don't one time pray for the mother of your children. One time, just pray for the mother of your children. I hope she stays successful. I hope the kids are okay. You will never hear Martell pray for anybody. So I can't see myself praying for somebody like Martell. Not somebody who wants to tear you down and beat you down. I can't pray for him. I'm sorry. I can't do it. You know, that make me a bad person. Then hey, so be it.
No, it
But I
doesn't
can't.
make you a bad person. I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own walk in life. And again, I'm not trying to be a Martell supporter
Yeah. I
because
know.
believe me, we all have watched and seen, and this is what we talk about the majority of the time. So we all know how he operates. My thing is, no one knows what Martell is praying for. His actions is showing us differently, but I
Hmm.
can't say, you know what I mean? But I totally,
Hmm.
totally get it, Cheryl. He's done some bogus, doggish shit. And yeah, it takes time. So yeah, I respect that. I
Yeah.
do.
Because just give her some grace. The woman let you come on the destined trip,
and then you come back and go on a smear campaign on live or online, and say some of the most horrific things you can say, calling her 304. I can't pray for somebody like him. No, 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 no. And even if Melody took him back, that would be the worst thing Melody could do is take him back, because he's gonna treat her even worse.
Yeah.
So that's why Melody not going back. I know that for a fact. She's not going back, allegedly, in my opinion.
In your opinion, I think we all feel that way. And don't you guys jump down my throat. I don't see it. Let me start out by saying that. Just like you, I don't see it ever happening. But let's say it does.
Okay.
Are you guys gonna turn against Mel? I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
Yes.
You will not turn against Mel, Anonymous.
If she goes back to that
Yes,
demon,
I
yeah.
would too. I'm with Anonymous. I'm with Anonymous.
Honey, he has to have an exorcism.
What
The version by what's her name, Maritha. We need the lit version exorcism.
Yeah. And I'm joking with you guys. I like a healthy debate. And Anonymous, I'm definitely going to let you talk next. I like a healthy debate. I like to throw things out there because I know it's going to get y'all riled up. But Anonymous, let's say he does have an exorcism. And she takes it back.
He said, "What?
What's your thoughts on that, Anonymous?
Chad, I love you. I can't get on you, Chitty Chatty. Chitty Chatty, bang, bang. Child, look, I mean, they always supposed to know. Anonymous is supposed to be the only one that gets into arguments with Chit Chat. Do you understand, people?
Y'all, look, I love debating, but yeah, me and Anonymous, we have had some blowouts. You hear me? And
Yes, look, I'm the one that gave her the banner at the beginning so that everybody can come in.
Sure
going,
did. Sure did.
you the only one that got a personalized banner.
I know, it was beautiful.
We've had our blowouts the next morning. It's like, love you, Anonymous. Love you, Chit Chat. It's a good day.
Child, well, at least you're getting traffic. That's a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
But, well, if she decides, I was shocked that Melody would even talk about it in her class.
Mm-hmm.
But if she did, I have more respect for her than anything. And for this reason.
Me either.
Regardless of what we in the public see, she married him.
Yeah.
I think she has some empathy for him because, like I said on, I think, a couple of your lives, I believe he's in the midst of a rage and a collapse. And I think Simply Beautiful is correct. He needs help.
Yes.
He needs to, and I think Melody, let's say this. I think Hotel has been like this, but Melody was able to calm his wild legion of demons that existed in him until she couldn't no more.
Mm-hmm.
He really comes from degeneracy, as we have known, with his father, mother, brother, uncles, kinfolk, you name it.
Yeah.
And what's worse is he has selected the snorts, who have the Girdle and Hermaphrodite Chronicles revisited as if they are manly men, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then to add Carlos Queen, who, for whatever reason, thinks it's okay to elevate degeneracy with Kung Fu Panda, the Dusty Destiny, Latifah, and the rest of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sad he's lost. He's in the hog pen and he's not waking up at all. At all. But what can you do? As as believers, we always pray that people wake up.
Yeah.
We pray that there'll be awakening so that he doesn't have self-destruction. Like we said before, he has 4 kids. He has a young child, sugar mama, who loves her father, but he is still in my opinion, allegedly, his misogynist and chauvinist ways.
Well, why did you just say sugar mama? What about the other 3?
There are others. I was going to say all of them.
Oh, okay.
But I know at least I think he's doing the serious parental alienation with Sugar Mama, especially after she had a successful line. He does, you know how he does his pictures? He only shows the three, but he doesn't show Sugar Mama. He's in his world doing something. And that's why I said, just like we're talking about the Scotts, Tamika and her family, it's real sad that nobody can take him to the side and just speak some sense into him to understand that he fell for the oldest trick in the book to lose his kingdom.
Yeah, well, I think that, I would think that somebody tried to talk to him, but, Martell gives me the impression that he feels like he knows it all.
Yeah,
But
that's a mental disorder. I mean, it
for
is.
sure,
It's a mental disorder, but it's sad because usually successful people don't affiliate with people who really are in the gutter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't go back to lend a helping hand to a snake who will bite you, named Marceau, and laugh in your face because they want to basically have you demoted to what they look like.
Right.
So that's why I said he's not, and it was clear at the reunion clip. These are my friends, bumping fists. And we're looking at him going like, are you kidding me? They had you lose your wife, food, a decent pair of loafers, be able to brush your teeth and not have it look green. You know what I mean? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He lost. So it's sad, but I don't think, me opinion, chit chat. When you're purporting the news, people do as best they can. I do believe, even though Melly ain't gonna say it, an emergency order did happen.
Yeah.
I believe, allegedly, in my opinion, Hotel knew he was in trouble because not only did the court tell him to go do it, but OWN must have said, you will not have a paycheck unless you do it.
Right. And exactly what you're saying, Anonymous, if you had a phone or camera in front of you recording it, that's exactly how we say it. And it's all alleged. You know what I mean? Because none of us know for sure. 100%, none of us know.
Yeah, but I think when he was MIA, they had to do tests on him.
It's still alleged.
Alleged, in my opinion. But I'm just saying, if he was away,
we don't know why.
We could do deductive circumstantial reasoning.
Exactly.
Look, somebody told you to go take a psychological test.
Look, I agree with you 100%. But it seems like a lot of people just take everything to heart. And anytime you go against the grain, or anytime it's something that, again, we are also passionate about, and the possibility of that being the case, then you're going to get some type of backlash or blowback to what you're saying or what somebody else said. In the end, we're all saying what we believe.
And that's true. And just to protect your channel and to protect everybody, people hear things, but Melody probably is covering. But as I said before, I think the other day I said, look, if anything, it's temporary.
Give me one
the
second.
Original action is still in effect until it's changed.
Right.
So they would do something just to protect.
Yeah, give me 1 second. I don't mean to cut you off, but Tang, let me say this. I believe you may have missed the beginning of the live. I'm not sure if you were listening, but the conversation that was going on in the video that I released earlier about what was said in class, what possibly was said, there was a lot of going back and forth in that video. And I'm sure that you and whoever else was going back may have noticed that I cut the comments off. So if you could please, and I'm not trying to call you out, Tang, but I'm just looking on my device and I see a lot more comments. That was the reason why I cut the comments off on that. So, there's nothing wrong with stating your opinion. Again, I agree with some of the things that you're saying, but as far as, 50-11 comments going back and forth or telling the next person they're wrong or whatever, we don't know. But I'm
Now
sorry.
that part I can't say that because unless you see the official court order, nobody knows. But
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, but
Right.
I think Simply's right, and the other people. And I'll say this: if Hotel, even though I rag on him every day with his bad loafers and grocery shopping, whatever he does, um, I care for your kids.
Hold on. Again, I don't know what is wrong with people. BB Terrell, whoever you are, you out of here.
Don't be getting
Boy, people having
leave
meltdowns.
that alone, baby.
Yeah, give me 1 second. How do I block this person? Please don't come in my chat and calling nobody's child a astard with a B. Okay?
Wow,
Oh
come
my
on.
goodness.
Please don't do that.
It ain't that serious, people. I
Yeah.
It's
mean, we
sure
just
not, because at the end of the night, them people go home, they in their house, they doing their
and
thing. When
even
they
if
wake
they
up in the
are,
morning,
we
they
don't
still
care
gonna be
about
doing the
that.
same thing.
Right. And a lot of this is what I don't get with that. A lot of people have kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, and all of that. And who knows the circumstances of how they were born or this and that.
Exactly.
Are all the limits. Say what you want to say about the mama, the daddy, all of that. Go for it. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Who did I cut off? Y'all been working
Well,
me.
it was me, but it was all right. You can cut me off.
But can I just throw something out there?
Go ahead, baby.
Go ahead, Marie.
This is just allegedly, and in my opinion, at some point, Martell is going to have intense therapy. Maybe after this show is over, but he needs to go into a facility
Mm-hmm.
for days, weeks, months, however long it takes, so
Years.
he can see the
Yes.
error of his way. And then I'm thinking, now, I don't know if he is, but I'm just thinking, this man see that he's lost everything. And now you still, your baby mama, how this girl seemed like she trying, in my opinion, and allegedly, this girl seemed like she's trying to destroy Martell. It's like, if he don't be with me, then he ain't gonna be with nobody. And
Yeah.
this, it's like, I'm looking at this young lady, and she's stuck. She's stuck somewhere between the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't care what Martell says. She don't care what Martell do. She's still gonna drop it low and open wide for Martell. And at some point, wouldn't he see that this girl, I'm just gonna take care of my son, and I'm just not gonna have any dealings with this girl because I've lost so much behind her, and I am still losing behind her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what if he is a creature of the hog pen, Maritha?
And I don't never want to think somebody is so low that they can't come back up and redeem themselves. And I will hope that for Martell, you have 5 children. All
Mm-hmm.
your kids need you. But that little last one with the different mama needs you the worst.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if you can't get it together for yourself, it's just like a person who's on drugs. When you get to a point to where you don't reach your bottom, because nobody know where your bottom is but you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way now is for you to go and get help. Push that pride aside. Let the people talk. Let them say what they want to say. This man need help. Martell needs help. Carlos see that. Everybody sees that he needs help. And the only way I think he is going to get the help, he's going to have to, and I don't want this to happen, and I hope it don't happen. You see how violent this man is towards Cole Ariane. If he don't change, something is really, after this show is over, what is this man gonna do? It's only so many parades you could be a grand marshal in.
Okay, that's the truth.
Well, Maritha, you know what he can do, which Chit Chat might be able to do this because this Silver.
1 second, Anonymous. One
Go ahead.
second. Let me welcome Hannah
Put up
Gray.
that banner.
Hey, Hannah.
Hey, how's it going, PT and Pam?
Hey, Hannah Grace. One
Hello.
second, Anonymous. Guys, we have 468 watching. If you guys could please click like for me on the live right now, we have, let's see, 351 likes. Welcome to the panel, Anonymous. My
I
nerves
was gonna say, put the banner up.
bad.
We
I'll
could all give him a leapfrog class to
Oh.
help him for 30 minutes or 60 minutes a day to learn how to read, write, and do arithmetic.
Because
And that will help him get the comprehension skills to know that he's doing to his family is wrong.
Yeah,
That's what I was saying.
we can go back to the basics. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
that's what it is.
But somebody put, where is it? I agree with this. Somebody puts that. Now, let me say this in my way. Do I believe that he loves Sugar Mama? Absolutely. Do I think that he may see resentment at times when it comes to her? Absolutely. Like somebody put in my comments, because she signifies the end of that marriage. When Mel was protecting her baby, look, you done took your butt out of here during COVID and all of this. We up. So, but yeah, do I think that he loved all his kids? Absolutely, I do. But welcome, Hannah. Go ahead and jump in.
Thank you so much, QT. And I see a lot of comments about Martell and, people praying for him and all of that. And last night, that prayer that Ronaldo put forward, it was so convicting. It was so
Yes, it was.
piercing and powerful. And one thing that I heard her, and I know she prayed for you, which was wonderful, because I know that you really, how can I put this? You really appreciate it, and it was powerful for you and in the listeners as well. But when she said that about Martell praying about him, I was really convicted, because I have a lot of bad thoughts about Martell. So God was really convicting me about the thoughts that I had for him.
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't want no harm to come to him, but the scripture says that the wicked shall be cut down. So in my opinion, this man is wicked and evil in all of these things. Now, he's not my enemy. So
Right.
the scripture says, pray for your enemy. He's Melody's enemy. So I'm taking myself out of that enemy thing. And
Yeah.
then when I try to pray for him, it's like it's a block. I don't know what, and I know me and Maritha and others have had this conversation before. What do you pray for when you pray for him? So I'm just going to say, the man's heart is so cold and stony when it comes to
And that's what you pray for.
That's what I was just about to say.
That's what you pray for. You pray for conviction.
Yeah, and you also pray for her through him.
Yes, and you pray that he gains some sort of
You give her
direction.
peace. I pray that for that. Right. Prayer changes things, guys. And none of us are holding our breath that Martell will receive any of these prayers where it will change him or not. But there is nothing wrong with you, especially if you didn't experience anything personally from him. There's nothing wrong. We feel in our heart what we feel like Mel went through, what we've seen her go through, all of the above, but it's not personal.
right.
We experienced that with Martell.
Absolutely. And the reason I was saying that his heart is so cold and everything like that, I feel like when I pray, if I say that is not genuine, I cannot go to God in false pretenses and pray for that for him when I really don't want that for him. You see what I'm saying? Because I have to, and it's a thing of, yes, he is like the question that QT asks us years from now or whatever. If he changed, does he deserve grace? Will you forget? Yes, the answer is yes to all of those things. But lately or recently, even in the past 2 or 3 years, it's always him coming out doing something evil or doing something wrong. So my stance now is I'm not gonna hate because I can't do that. He hasn't done anything to me,
Right.
but I'm going to try to hopefully pray for him, like y'all say, once I find the right thing to pray for. Because
Hannah, can I say this to you?
Mhm,
You remember in the book of, I want to say Genesis, I
mhm.
believe it's Genesis. I'm not sure, but I know it's in the Old Testament. When, yeah, Genesis. When God told Moses to go to Pharaoh and say, "Let my people go," and Pharaoh said, "You know, I can't speak well. I'm not eloquent in speech." So he gave him the words to say and everything like that. Every time Moses went to Pharaoh, Pharaoh said yes, but he did something totally different. And we see that with Martell. He'll say something, then he'll switch out. Each time he did that, God hardened his heart. And in the end, you see what Pharaoh had to do. Pharaoh had to eventually he had to e- he had to eventually get himself together. Cause you see, your arm, he knew his arms was too short to fight with the God that Moses served. The God that Mel is serving is the same God Moses served. So when you pray for Martell, when a person pray for Martell, you pray that God convicts him. You pray that God changes his heart, changes his thinking. You know, I don't ever want a man something to happen to this man because he do have children that he need to take care of and he has to support. You know,
Right.
some kind of way, and he got to support himself.
Yeah,
So
I can see what you're
and we
saying.
were talking about that tonight in Bible study about and I said, I used to say, how can I love somebody when I don't even like them? And then the thing came to me where how, and then you want somebody, you want always saying, God forgive me, God forgive me. But then I don't want to forgive somebody who done did something to me. So who am I not to forgive Martell? Who am I not to
No,
pray for Martell?
we're not talking about forgiveness, and I agree with Cheryl in a way to a certain extent. I am not having anything against him anymore, but I am not sitting here praying for him either. It's all I'm saying,
Oh,
because
I
I
understand that. And
agree.
you have that.
I
And you
agree.
right,
know what?
that's all I'm
God
saying.
understand that. You
What
got
I'm
that
saying
right.
is there's nothing wrong with, in my opinion, in
Mm-mm.
letting people get to that point. So that people are in the comments saying, if you want God to forgive you, you got to forgive others. But it's not nothing dealing with forgiveness. It's pure evil, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Honey, if this is for
Hmm.
people, I
He hasn't
understand
done
everybody
anything to
prays
us.
for everybody, but I don't pray for demons.
Me neither.
I
Is the
don't pray
Bible tell
for
you to
one
pray for
who
people
has
that
legion
despitefully
of
use you?
demons.
So hey,
And God is
I
not going.
don't.
And God is not going
I
to
don't
keep.
But
pray
he
for
hasn't
somebody who
used us,
told me to my
Marissa.
face that I'm their enemy and has treated me as such. Now,
Hmm.
I do like David did to the Palestinians, to Goliath. I take 5 smooth stones, I hit you with 2 of them, and after I get done knocking you down, I'm gonna cut your head off.
And
I
God,
understand everybody wants Martell to be right, but he's not in his right mind, and that's the
hmm,
issue for me.
hmm.
He's not. So I'm not gonna be praying for no demon. I'm
Okay,
Me
not.
neither. Me
exactly.
neither.
I wasn't even able. I just walked in on Demon. Give me 1 second, Anonymous. Give me one quick second.
it's too late
I'm
now.
with anonymous. I'm
Oh,
with anonymous.
I done ran
I
through
ain't,
You don't
that.
need
I ain't
no
praying
You
for
demon.
no.
just putting that banner up, sis. It's too late.
Oh
I ain't
my
praying.
God, I bet you Anonymous was
I
She
ain't.
out.
didn't say nothing bad.
I
She
ain't
did.
praying for no demon. Sorry.
All right, let me add Debbie up real quick. Debbie, is that you?
Yes.
All right. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Bad Apple. Thank you
Hello,
guys.
hello.
Hi,
Hello.
Debbie.
I had to
Hello.
take a restroom break. Thank you, chat, as well. I haven't been reading, but I'll scroll back up. And I'm sorry, whoever I cut off. I heard you guys saying that you weren't gonna pray for a
A
what
demon.
Anonymous just
A
said.
demon.
Um,
Not me.
okay. See,
Mm-mm.
see, that's strong to me, guys. So let me ask you this. And again, this is just for the sake of debating. Do you guys that think Mel, do you guys think that Mel prays for him?
Yes.
Okay. So if you think that Mel prays for him, why
Yes.
is it so hard for other people? We're not praying for them to get back together. We're not praying for any of that. But if we praying for this man to become a better man for his kids, number one, what's wrong with that?
Can he get an
So
exorcism
let
first
the
before I pray
resident
for him?
let
What,
the resident atheist ask a question, okay? The
what's that?
demon. Is the demon a person or is it a spirit that has taken over the person?
It's principalities.
And what it is, first of all, is an opinion. So it's our or they or whoever feels like he may be that, that's their opinion. So this is not
Right.
fact. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Bad Apple, because we're gonna get off the
No,
demon.
I was just asking because when you say you can't pray for a demon, my understanding regarding Christianity is that all people have a soul, and that person can, like, I. When you're saying that somebody is a demon, like I come from a very religious family. I have been subjected to many, many, many church services where demons were being prayed off of people. So I just want to know, is the person, when we consider them a demon, does that mean that that demon, or y'all explain this to me? Can y'all help me
Yeah,
understand the concept of a
I
yeah,
person
can't
being a
hear.
demon?
yeah, we really gonna get off the demon topic, period. Because I just don't like, the
Okay.
wickedness, evilness, and all of that. Again,
I
it
just got that, just that question just popped into my head. But what I really
yeah,
wanted to say is that um Martell needs to really humble himself a little bit and go back to what he knows, which is property preservation. He needs to start up a lawn care service and rebuild what he lost or what he threw away when he went and put a woman between him and his wife. But I have a question. My ultimate question is, what, if anything, do y'all think can humble Martell to that point?
rock bottom. Like that's my opinion. Like I said, Maritha said, sometimes
But
if
what
you
is rock bottom? What could rock bottom
I'm
be for
trying to
Martell?
answer you. I'm trying to answer you. Give me 1 second. What I feel like rock bottom for him is when he no longer has a cover, whoever's covering him. The show by filming him where he has to put on for the world. Rock bottom to me is, let's say, if it's in the cards and he loses custody. Rock bottom could mean a lot of things. What it means to me is he has nothing left to put on an act for other people. He has to sit in what's in front of him when he really, really takes in what he's done, how he lost it. See, right now he's still, in my opinion, scrambling, trying to stay afloat. So once all that's done, to me, he's not going to have anything left but to look inwardly and then go forward. So that's my opinion on
For me, no, we can't say what his rock bottom is, but he's got to get low as dirt.
it. Mm-hmm.
And the only way up for him, he it ain't got to humble himself a little bit. He has to humble,
All
he has to lay flat on his stomach, on his back, and soulfully ask for forgiveness. His rock bottom is he done already lost everything.
he
That's
has.
not low enough for him yet. I don't know what his rock bottom is. Only God knows what that is, for him. But at the rate that he is going now, you can look at the how you say the deterioration of him. Look at Martell in this upcoming season and look at him from past seasons. He don't even look like himself anymore. Yeah, he's still wearing them old tight clothes, but look in the eyes. My great grandmother always told me the eyes are the window to the soul.
And it's dark.
Look in Martell's eyes.
Yep. Nothing there. There's nothing there. Mm-hmm.
His eyes vacant, just like his baby mama.
That's what I said. They're twins. I
And
keep
I can't,
telling
and
you.
I can't, and I can't see no rock bottom for Martell because they're gonna always be a pick me out there that's gonna pick him up when he's rock bottom. There's gonna always be a pick me that's gonna pick Martell up and
Yeah.
Cheryl, I agree.
coddle him. That's the bottom line.
But
That's
Mm-hmm.
why
nothing
I'm
is, you
like,
know what, Martell, if nothing happens to Martell, the Bible is a lie. Because the Bible
What?
states, so shall you
Reap.
you
Reap
gonna
what you
reap what
sow.
you sow.
Right.
Period.
And so that's a given.
And
He is gonna reap. He's in harvest season now.
yeah,
He's in harvest season, and you can look at it. And you
it's
can look at him.
it's plain as
Everything, everybody is walking away from Martell. Nobody don't want to do business with him. Nobody ain't gonna do business with him.
mm-hmm.
Mel didn't get those licenses to embarrass him. Mel got them licenses to do what she needed to do to
That's right.
create generational wealth for her children.
Who in
That's
the world thought her getting licenses was to embarrass him? My goodness.
No,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, in his pickle brain, that's what he would think.
yeah. Envy. You know what I mean? Embarrassment,
Yeah.
Well,
envy.
they were unequally yoked. That's all I got to say. If
Yeah.
that's the case.
And somebody put that because a lot of people, I think with Mel being what's the word that I want to use? So mature. I'll put it like that. Because Mel is in her mid to late 30s or whatever, but she's very mature, especially with the moves that she's made, excuse me, at such a young age. And a lot of people feel like she should have had better discernment when she was with him and all of that. Somebody put in the comments earlier, and I left it up on the screen, but I lost it now. Could have been Tennessee girl, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
but the people don't realize he's
One
not what he was.
second, let me
Go ahead,
finish.
babe.
Um, People have to realize Mel was 22 when they got together. And a lot of times, male or female, you meet the representative of somebody before you really get to know the person. So I think that with her being wise beyond her years, that a lot of people felt like she should have been in and out. Okay, you did this, I'm out. That's not how it works. So I've always said I don't hold it against any woman that goes through what they goes through, that try to make it work, that fought for their marriage, that did this or that. I don't hold that against her, but I think a lot of people do because they feel like, let's say when this show started and we were able to see what was going on, she should have been up. No, it was real life for them. And she was fighting for her family. But great points. Let's give Debbie Bunton a chance real quickly. Hey, Debbie.
hey ladies, how y'all doing?
What's
Hey,
up, Debbie?
Tab.
Ooh,
Well, Martell, I don't think anybody can determine his rock bottom but him. And he don't know when it'll hit until it hits him.
mm-hmm,
Exactly.
mm-hmm,
And I don't give him grace and mercy. That's God's job. And I don't step into God's role. I don't know what should be done about him. But I do know this. Martell is not seeing things clearly. Um, and how can you pray for a person every other day they doing something terrible to one person, a woman that has his children?
That
So
part.
it makes it
Thank you.
hard to even think about going to God with a prayer that you know that you really don't want to give him. You're just doing it to do it. Because God know all of our hearts. You know, I look at Martell and like you say, his eyes are dark. You know, to me, his head is shrinking. If you notice, you look at his head is shrinking.
Only Debbie.
Martell head is starting to look like a raisin. And I was looking at him when he had those sunglasses on, the black ones, and he looked just like that California raisin that used to be on the commercials.
Yeah, he's
He-
not even attractive.
no, no, no. He looked like that raisin. No, he's not attractive. I don't know what happened. Did his brain run away from his head? He just looks empty and hollow to me. And a person like that, they have to do the work on themselves. He needs a good psychiatrist along with a psychologist, a good therapist, and maybe join a men's therapy group, and work on himself. But he's not willing to do that because he doesn't think anything is wrong with him.
Exactly.
So until then, he just, he think he know everything. What you tell a person that think they know everything?
You can't tell them anything because they already know it.
Hmm.
Well, that's my point
Nothing.
exactly. If he know everything, how can you tell him anything?
And I do have a question now. Y'all think I'm not splitting hairs or anything like this, but I like to know this. We're saying that Martell most likely would not change until he hits rock bottom. Okay. So that's the thing that's going to change him. So then again,
We don't even know if that will change them.
okay, that's why I said we thought, that's what we're saying. That's our that's just a hypothesis. That's not a fact. So y'all don't get on me for saying this because I really am trying. Why? Okay, if we know we think that may be the only thing that's going to change him. So do we want our prayers really answered? That's going back to what Debbie just said.
I do.
don't even.
I really do want the prayers to be answered because you know what? People could hit rock bottom and get up and do the same, think they okay. I got through that. Now I'm a better person, and something can trigger them, and they go right back to that same. That's like a drug addict. Go to a facility and come out and thinking, oh, I'm good now. I'm good, and go right back into the lion's den and thinking they can handle it. And I'm saying that because that was me.
Yeah.
And I thought I could handle it until I put in. See, Martell, the thing is, you gotta want. God is not gonna move until you move. You gotta want it. And when you want it and you cry out to God, that's when God gonna step in because He's a free will God. He gives you choices.
Mm-hmm.
And Martell choose to be the way that he is. He don't want to change. He gonna have to run into a train before he changed. Let's hope it don't take that to get him to change. Let's hope that before the kids graduate high school, that he got to come to himself like the prodigal son did, came to himself in the hog pen. So Martell is going to have to come to himself. Nobody's going to be able to help Martell. The pygmies ain't going to be able to help him. His mama, his uncles, the cousins, nobody until Martell wants to be helped.
Right.
I really think that most of us genuinely would want to pray for Martell in our heart of hearts. All of us are just not there yet. We're working toward that. So
Yeah, and it's a personal decision.
It's
I'm not trying to
personal.
force it.
I
down.
won't pray for him. So you can put me in that category, Hannah. Thank you.
Right.
Not either.
Everybody, give me 1 second. Everybody has a right to feel the way they feel, whether they're gonna pray or not. I'm not dropping down on my knees every night praying for Martell, but what I am praying for is peace for Mel, just like this person stated. Peace for those kids. And what is it hurting? This is my thing. Do we want to hold on to the anger? Because you can free yourself by doing that. You know what I mean? And that's what I say, that I think that Mel is not sitting back saying, Lord, I pray that you change him so we can get back together and do this. That's not what she wants. But I can guarantee you she wants change for her kids. They have kids together. So
yeah, I just don't want. I'm sorry, Coochie. I just don't want people to think that we are bad people just because we're saying what we're saying. That's the only thing I'm saying, and that we are getting there. It's
Call me bad, Hannah.
No, but Hannah, you know what it is? God will honor that. You're being truthful and you're being honest with
Right.
yourself.
That's what I
And
was gonna say.
and
Thank
for
you
you
for
to get
that.
on your knees knowing you don't like this man, you're not gonna be able to pray for him. You're not going to.
It's
And
not
God looks at the heart.
It's not gonna be
right.
real. And
And if it's not,
God is looking at your heart. Your
right.
heart wanted, and and there is a blockage. There is a blockage. But
Hmm.
you know one thing about it, you're being honest about it.
Yes.
hmm,
And
Yes.
that's all God
you're not a better
requires,
person,
that
Hannah,
you be honest.
because I'm
And
with
no
you.
one is looking at anybody that feels differently. Nobody is saying, "Oh, you're not a Christian," or "Oh, you're not this." No, you have a right to your
Right.
own personal opinions. You know what
Exactly.
Yeah, I was just looking at some of the comments, and I just wanted to clarify. And Maritha is exactly what you just said. I want to be honest as I can with
I mean?
God,
hmm
and
Yeah.
because
Be honest.
He
It's
already
okay,
knows.
Hannah.
He
Take it
already
on me, baby.
yeah.
Anonymous will take it. It don't matter. I don't care
Exactly.
for the
Because I'm
guy.
not praying for him. So
I ain't praying for him.
And you guys definitely have a right to that. You know, some of us feel differently that, and I'm sure you guys feel this way. Prayer changes, prayer is work, all of the above. And for me, that's like a universal. Let me put it that way. Like Maritha spoke about her personal journey. I have family members that hit rock bottom. And when I tell you they're doing absolutely amazing, I know friends that I grew up with that were hardcore drug addicts. Some of them today have some of the best jobs and living a life where you would think nothing ever went on in their lives. So, you know,
Exactly.
change
Because
can come no matter how we feel about a person. Again, my perspective is the only thing that I can judge Martell on is what I see, what I've seen on
exactly.
social media, and what I've seen on TV. Have I ever been in this man's presence to see him walking around scaring folks or this or that? No. So we all feel the way that we do about him because of what we've seen, but I'm not going to say that he's not worthy. Let me put it that way. Worthy of change, worthy of one day. I don't give a damn if it's 20 years from now. Worthy of
Exactly. My pastor always tell us that prayer changes conditions. And
mhm,
in the word, it say God stopped back and looked at everything he created, and he says good and very good. So there is some good in Martell, and maybe you might have to go way down looking for it, but there is some redeeming qualities in him, and there is some good in him.
yeah.
Like, you know, um,
As with all of us, Aretha. I
and
ain't gonna
that is so true. And I'm gonna tell you, it took me a long time to get to where I am, because I had to battle with the demons that I had, because to say to sit in church and talk about I love everybody. I sat there one day and said, no, I don't love everybody. I said, I don't even like half of y'all. So what it looked like me talk about I love you? No, I don't. And when my spiritual mom had said, you know what, girl, you might not love everybody, but who do you think you are? Who you think you are to tell somebody you don't love them? And she said, Marita, listen, you may not love them. You might not like what they're doing. You might not even love what they're doing, but you have to, because that is what a requirement. Love thy neighbor as thyself. And I'm telling you, I had to work on that. And every day I have to work on that. I have to work on that. And as for, and on my this journey of being sober all these years and stuff like that, I know what my trigger is. So I don't subject myself. I don't play with the same people. I don't go to the same places I used to play at. So, I have to I protect my peace at all times. And see, and that's what Mel is doing. Mel is protecting her peace. Be it, and she just have to uh, talk with Martell through emails on a burner. If she has to buy a burner phone every week, she's protecting herself. She's
Mm-hmm.
protecting her peace. So she can run all these businesses that she got. Then she talk about something else is getting ready to come down the pipeline. This woman be sleep thinking about how to make money.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
and she do want Martell to be prosperous. She do want him to be like that. However, he has to want to be like that, and he's not gonna get one brown penny of that woman's money. So he might as well give it up, go put
Yeah.
in some application somewhere, go admit yourself somewhere, and then come back out and mow some yards. You say you made mail, make
Yep.
yourself. Go and
Make.
mow some yards. Pass that builder's test. Do
Mm,
something.
yeah.
Then you can
Amen.
live the
Amen.
lifestyle
Amen.
that you want to live.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Great message, Maritha. To somebody in the chat, I was scrolling Instagram, but I did see you say, what was the topic tonight, Candy? It's an open topic. Would you like to hit the panel and come up and talk? Um, great point, Maritha, and congratulations to you. I think that people that has experienced some things in life or has witnessed family members or whatever the case may be, I think we have a, oh my goodness, what's the word I want to say? Because I don't want to offend anybody for their feelings. People have a right to feel what we saw Mel go through was horrible. Okay, what she's continuing to go through with this custody case and all of that is horrible. But I think that a lot of us, like I said, that may have had family members or whatever the case may be, friends or whoever that's gone through some things and we witness change, I think that that's what makes us believe or have a little faith. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was looking for that clip of Carlos. If you are in the chat or if you guys are on the panel, did you see that Carlos stated that we're going to be shocked? Mel takes over this love and marijuana still hashtag on Instagram. I love it. But did you guys see Carlos say that we're going to be shocked with Mel and Martell on the first episode?
I didn't see it, but is it really shocking after we learned that he had to fly down to Huntsville to get the cast together? So are they just playing their parts?
Well, I mean, that could be taken both ways, though. You know, if let's say Mel felt as strongly as some of us do about him, I don't see her faking it. For Carlos or anybody else, her job is secure, her position is secure.
I
So,
see her I see her being cordial though, for
go
the
ahead.
sake of the show.
I
Mm-hmm.
believe Mel
Okay.
is totally over it. That reunion when she said never, the bang is almost like the bang theory. When she said never, it's never. And even in a corporate America, in regular people life, you go to work. Some people go to work every day and dislike a lot of people on their job. However, they don't allow themselves to be caught up in, now this is my job, this is what I do, this is what's feeding my family, this is what's paying my mortgage, my car payment,
Yep.
this is what buying me them shoes and them bags and everything else I want. This is my job, and I'm not
Yep.
going to allow anyone to mess that up. I could smile and be cordial with you, but honey, when it's time to go, it's time to go. No, we
That's
ain't going to
right.
lunch. No, we ain't going to happy hour. We can't do nothing together but punch
Mhm.
in and punch out. I stand behind you or you stand behind me, whichever one you choose to do. Cause when 5 o'clock, 5:01, baby, I'm out the door in my car. So no, ma'am, no, ma'am. And I believe that's the way Mel is with all of them. I
When,
work
Yeah.
with you people,
Did
when
she still
and
have
Production
her
that's
says
it.
kids?
cut. She said deuces.
Does she still have her kids?
Who was that?
That's Bad Apple asking. Does she still have her kids?
We don't know, and that was a leading topic of this live tonight.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I was
she
late.
did.
Sorry.
Okay, not a problem. She did say herself a couple days ago on her live that they have the kids one week and then they exchanged. So that came out of her mouth. So yeah, we don't know for sure. That was the reason why I came live, because a lot of people, I think, like I said earlier, that with us wanting the best for Mel and the kids, with us being as passionate as we are, we want her to have full custody. But none of us are there, so we just don't know for sure until we hear Mel say it or Martell. But great question, Bad Apple. Great question. So, guys, let's move on. Are you guys planning to watch the episode this coming Saturday with Carlos regarding the 100th episodes that they've been able to record? Anybody watching or anyone planning?
Well, if I catch it, this is my granddaughter's birthday weekend. So we're doing stuff for her.
Okay, okay.
It's her
Anyone?
16th birthday, so
Oh, happy
Sweet
Birthday.
16.
birthday. Happy birthday. What about, nope, nobody?
I'm if
Anybody
you
there?
know, I watched the rerun.
I may.
Everybody
Is
drop
it?
I
down.
may.
What's
Where's
Yeah.
it gonna show?
I'm
what's
just
going
now hearing
on?
about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched the little weekend. Yeah. When I ain't got nothing to do, watch the replays. You know, Carlos, I think for me with Carl, it's his that laugh that he has, and then how he just try to, oh, me and Mel, we just laugh at the millimeters, and it's just oh, millimeters don't come for me. The way Carlos, his
Mhm.
demeanor, it just make it's so obnoxious, and I just I don't like Carlos.
Me neither. Me neither.
I
And
feel like
I'm just
he's the
I'm
real
being like Hannah. I'm
broadcaster.
being transparent. I just don't like
Me neither.
Carlos.
Me neither.
He's the
Dang.
one. He's the one who should have had the puppets at the reunion. They should have been in his lap.
Hmm.
Are we
I
sure
agree
they
with
weren't
that.
on his lap?
He is a puppet
Maybe they were.
master.
I don't know.
Hmm.
He is a puppet master. I can't take Carlos very long. He gets on my nerves with that
I'm
last of his
saying.
and his arrogance. And then he lie a lot. I don't like liars. I can't. I don't like him too much. No,
Me neither.
I can't watch him. He gets on my nerves.
But he
Mm.
creates things and then he comes along and ruins it. Like, to me, he did the show such a disservice by allowing the Scots to be so secretive. Like, I feel like had the show focused more on what the Scots were trying to get held back or whatever, it would have been a totally different trajectory instead of everybody ganging up on Mel.
Yeah.
I don't like Carlos the way he talk. He sings when he talk. And I don't like people who talk like that. Say what you gotta say. Cause to me, people who talk like that, you're getting ready to lie.
Mm.
He's too fake for me.
That's it.
Fake.
That's
Fake.
it.
Well, I wonder how he feels about the news that regarding his other show, and I can't get into it. I was able to watch last season because of Monique. Oh my goodness, I don't know why. Give me 1 second, guys. Goodness
Has
gracious.
anybody watched it?
I don't watch
Sorry
it.
about that. My throat is dry tonight. But Ashley from Love and Mirrors DC, she stated that she's not coming back.
Or she might be leaving. Yeah.
Yeah, that she may be
Oh,
leaving.
I saw that.
Yes,
Hmm.
I don't know if she put it out there just to get people to watch and see what's going on, or if it's the truth. But if so, they may as well just cancel Love and Mirrors DC. Um,
Well, the
I
way the
haven't seen
ratings
him
look,
comment
it
about
might
it.
be on its way.
yeah, judging by the ratings, I agree.
Yeah. And he hasn't commented about it either.
Mm-mm.
No.
He
Yeah,
about
Carlos
that
is too
Bravo
busy
business.
talking
He,
about what's
Right, he
Bravo.
over
going
there in
on
Bravo
over at
business.
Bravo and trying to
Bravo.
start mess between SWV and
Escape.
Escape. He's in everybody's business but the business that's paying him.
Hmm.
Well, he might
You
be
ain't
fine,
lying
might
about
not be
that.
getting paid no more. That's why he over in other folks' business. Uh, to me, he started off with a show, and it's got the whole. They got the same concept. Everybody gang up on one person. I don't like that. Get
Hmm.
something new. Come along with something new. And then he take other people's ideas and he just fumble it. And he don't, once he get it, he don't care about it. You
Mm,
know.
mm.
And I don't kind of like that about him. And I don't like how he did Melody. I really don't like how he treated her and the way he had the cast treating her. So I don't like watching him.
I think he's fake anyway.
Yeah. Who
He
on the
definitely
panel is
hides his
blacking
hand.
out? Who's on the panel is blacking out? Don't plan to watch the show at all this coming season. Anybody?
I'm gonna watch it so I
I
could talk about it.
I'll watch it.
Okay. Everybody else?
I'm not
I'll
leaving
watch it.
Melody alone with these vampires. I gotta watch.
Watch. What about you, Hannah? You plan to watch?
You know what? I'm not as interested in it as I was in the beginning, but I might try it. It's just too much fakerism. I'm like Aunt Ann now. It's a lot.
Hmm.
If the Scots get on there with that foolishness that they've done, and I'm glad they did get rid of a couple of the castmates so it'll neutralize what they were doing to Melody. It was just cringing for me to watch them do her like that. So if they eliminate that, then I'll stay. I'll probably watch it.
Then you'll watch it.
Hmm.
Gotcha. Well, according to a couple people, that it's gone in a totally different direction. I wish I could have found that doggone interview with Carlos because he said that people are going to be shocked with a lot of the new bonds and all of that. So,
I heard he said
Mel said that she was pleased with the direction of the way filming was going as well. So,
I heard
But
he
Chit
said
Chat, do you think it's a
I
little
heard
too
he
late now?
I do, and I agree with what Hannah said. I think that if people are going out their way now to be cordial, I think it's for a paycheck. I think
Hmm.
that the majority of the cast know that we saw what we saw. We called it out loud and clear, and that was one of Mel's demands. Y'all got to find something else to talk about. And she said that she had planned to talk to the big wigs and all of that. And I believe that that was done. So if we now go into this season seeing people getting along, that's a drastic change from the reunion. For instance, if it's Mel and Tisha, like what? How? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that is to continue on with the show. Like you just said, Maritha, or somebody just said, it was you, Maritha. Business is business.
mm-hmm.
You know, I do think that they've gotten way off course from season one when it comes to the dynamic of the whole group. And I think that they all see the show ending, and I think they all enjoy being on it. So I think they're going to make necessary changes, even if it's fake. So that's my thoughts on that.
Well,
I
since
heard
Well,
Melody
he
I'll
did
watch
said
the
say that,
I'll
since
watch the
Melody
first
did
one.
say that she's happy with it, that's why I'm gonna go ahead and watch it.
Yes, I agree. Let me and then Debbie, I'll let you continue. Made in the shade.
Made in the shade. All right.
Made in the shade.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you now. Thank you so much for joining us. And give me 1 second to the 522 watching. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure to hit the like. And then go ahead, Debbie. After Debbie, we will go to Made in the Shade.
Well, I'll watch the new season, but as soon as they start lying and doing that fakerism, I'm out because I don't want to see no more what I seen of the other 4 seasons. I don't want to hear about Mel. I want to see some business doing, even if you're lying and say you got a business and you don't. I don't want to. I don't want to watch Martell. Martell. Period. I think they should take him off.
Yeah.
You were gonna say Mar terrorist?
That was
Well,
He is a Martarius. That's right, Debbie. Good
Go
job.
ahead, Debbie.
you caught me, bad apple. You caught me. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice.
Just hold it, Debbie. Just hold it, girl.
Great point, Debbie. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Go
You
ahead.
know, I think they're going to be cordial until they come, you know, where they show Tisha standing up there in her school teacher outfit, talking about all of them
Oh
coming back
Lord.
together individually to do the comeback group, and you see that look what was on Mel's face and how Mel is not going to participate. It's like Mel said, I done told y'all. It's like how many languages do I have to speak
I'm
to
trying to
tell
get
you the
over
same thing
the
over and over?
seasonal helper outfit when she did that presentation. That's what I'm
I
looking
said
at.
it was a school lady. It was a school teacher. Well, not the new school teachers. It was the lady that worked in the office who's been there for about 35 years.
I
Mhm.
mean, it's like can you do is it a triple BBL or a quadruple BBL? What
Her
I mean,
butt was
how many
big.
BBLs is she gonna get? Allegedly, in my opinion,
Her butt was that big to you or not?
baby, butt, boobs, it was busted out the seams on that outfit. I said,
Yeah, that body didn't just pop out from out of nowhere. Okay.
baby, you
She
have to see
better
the
listen to
picture.
what Black China said about all them
Yes,
BBLs and stuff.
yes. Oh, I'm so proud of Black China. I mean, it is amazing.
Angela White. She better listen to what that girl's saying.
Right. But go ahead, Made in the Shade. Welcome to the panel.
thank you so much. I am so in love
If
with
you're
this
not
panel.
talking, please mute. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's a little deep.
I am so in love with everybody. I listen to you all faithfully, and this is my first time coming up. And I just want to say, I am going to watch the show because I want to support Melody, but I don't want to see Martell at all. He has disgusted me. It just made me feel so, I guess, hurt in my heart for Melanie and how he has done her and how he continues to just drive her. I mean, it's just ridiculous how he has done her. And something needs to be Carlos King, Carlos Queen need to put a stop to this and put Martell in his place because I'm afraid something's gonna happen.
All right. We're not speaking that into existence. I do respect your opinions.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm just afraid for her.
yeah, I feel it. But let me ask you a question. Do you follow her on Instagram and all of that?
Yes, I
Okay. When you
faithfully.
when
Mhm.
you see her, do you see fear?
I don't see any fear within her because she has the blood of Jesus. But
Right.
I see Martell and his wicked ways. And you can't play with the devil.
Yeah.
And he is stirring things up. He's suing her for different things. And I'm just scared. I know
Oh,
Melanie got over Melanie had
what's your
this.
name?
Made in the shade.
Made in the Shade.
Yes, ma'am.
You say you follow Mel, right?
Yes, I
So
do.
you see, and you just said Mel is covered.
Yes.
Mel is covered. And you see when Mel posts, no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
None.
Yes, I see.
You know what that means? It didn't mean the weapons wasn't going to form.
Yep.
They just ain't going to prosper.
Say
Got
it.
So
Thank
nothing good is going to ever come out of whatever Martell wants. See, nothing good came out of the situation with Martell and Mel when they were married.
Yes.
Mel said, God say go. Mel left. The weapon that was formed against her was Martell and that girl, and then the little boy. That
Mhm.
didn't prosper against Mel because what Mel did, Mel picked herself up by her bootstrings and did what any woman who got children would do. Get
Yeah.
out there and make it happen. Didn't say it wasn't going to form, said it wasn't going to prosper. And when
Got
you covered by the blood of Jesus, by
Say
the
it.
blood of
Mhm.
baby, it'll come.
Say it. I couldn't have
It'll
said
come.
that better.
But God is God is a man, is not a man that he shall lie. So
Yeah.
Everything God said gonna come to pass.
Right. And thank you for that, Marita. And that's why I asked Made in the Shade that because I see strength within Mel. I also know that she is, anybody, if we want to look at it in the way that a lot of people look at it in, that an evil person can strike at any time and all of that. I just don't see her being able to live the life that she's living, do the things that she's doing, if there were behind the scene things that's going on. You can't live in fear. And like Maritha said, she's covered. She is covered. But I get it. A lot of people go by what we've seen, but I think that if we see strength in her, if we don't see fear in her eyes, if she's not clicking live and crying, this man outside peeking in my bushes and doing this and that, you know, um, and I didn't mean to discredit you in any way, Made in the Shade, but
No, ma'am.
like I said, I don't want to speak anything into existence. She's covered. Those kids are covered. And who knows? A lot of us don't see it happening anytime soon. Again, as I've been saying throughout this whole life, God could change him. So
You want to
um,
bet $5 on that Chit Chat?
look,
Bet $5 on it.
I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath.
I mean, that grocery shopping pull is so strong on him. I mean, it's strong. The
Yeah,
force is strong with him.
but yeah, my own personal opinion is, hey, who knows what the future holds? That's all I got to say. But
Thank you so
I
much for letting me
believe
come up.
that
you are
I
so
believe that you
welcome.
can
Thank you, Made in the Shade.
I
I'm still
believe that
glad
you can
that
forget about Carlos having her back too, because he's one of those weapons formed.
Well, do we know why he loves his hotel so much?
Put up that alleged band before she starts talking.
Darling, let's reenact the acting role. I feel like uh, uh, what are you missing? Get the tear. You guys are getting the violin that's supposed to play while he says it. So
I got mine.
yes, Carlos, you love you some hotel. It was that
He's so
you did
giddy.
on Carlos King nightcap that got you
Well, can
rubbing.
I ask a question? Can I ask a question?
go ahead.
Yes, sir.
If everybody's showing their business, what business Martell gonna show?
Child.
Grocery shopping, Debbie.
Debbie, I can't do it.
Debbie, if Martell was smart,
Oh God.
he would restart his property preservation business. That would be a good storyline for Martell, but he's too dumb to
I
do any
just
type of marketing.
I
Yeah,
just
How
feel like
can he when
property
Mel was
preservation was
Mel was
Mel.
getting all the contacts and the contracts and
yeah,
Mel was the brains and he was the bronze.
exactly.
Was he really
Yeah,
the bronze or was he just the brook?
has a
Then
horrible,
he needs to take Mel's course.
horrible. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe he needs to sign up for the course. I think even with that, probably
Child, he ain't got no
I
$3,000.
think he could be a candidate for leapfrog at re-advertising.
Well, you guys heard that Black is hiring. Why don't you just go fill out an application?
Do you honestly think the Kappa wants to work for the Omega?
Yeah,
Look,
he
he
can
need a
be
job.
Jalen's assistant manager.
I mean, Hoochie Burger is hiring. Martin, speaking
Well,
to the Hoochie Hotel.
Anonymous, he already
Popeyes is
has the
hiring too.
Uber truck. Why don't he just drive for Uber?
yeah,
Well,
there
I think he is working, but he's working for Carlos in the evening, allegedly, in my opinion.
Oh God. I don't want to
Or he
think
might
about
be
that.
working for Andy.
I guess we shall see, guys, coming up with the new season. I agree. He needs to sign up for something that we see that he's doing.
Or
That's
OnlyFans. That's
wrong.
really all he got to work to offer is his uh physique or whatever that
That's
Well,
he
it's the
right.
cookbook. Remember the cookbook? He was showing himself naked and stuff. I didn't understand how those sold. Did anybody buy any?
No. Buy a cookbook from somebody who can't cook. That's
I
no.
know that's negative.
And Marita, let me
Well,
piggyback real
simply.
quickly on what you were saying as far as the scene with them and Tisha is trying to act like the new boss. Um, I don't think anything gonna jump out then when it comes to Mel. The look on Mel's face told me what I needed to see, and it was girl
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
Not say nothing. So and she really basically already confirmed it. I believe that's when she was talking to maybe it was Anthony Lofty's the other day when they went
Yep.
live. And
Yep.
she already said, no, when I cut something off, it's a wrap. But guys, we're going to start from the top. I'm going to let everybody give their final thoughts. I really only came on here to address what happened earlier in the chat. We're going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. No, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm sorry. So, Marita, give me your final thoughts, and then we're going to go in the order. Simply Beautiful will be next. And to the chat, thank you guys as well for joining me. But go ahead, Marita. I've enjoyed everything that you have said tonight. Give me your final thoughts.
My final thought is Mel is all right. Mel is going to be all right. Martell is going to continue to Martell till he can't Martell anymore. And that's it. And I just ask for peace for this man. That he,
Mhm.
just get it together. Get yourself together.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to knock him upside his head. It's like
Exactly. Just slap
life,
him upside the head
right?
and
Life
tell him to
can be
get
so
yourself together.
simple, dude. Yes, life can be so simple. I totally get it. Whose birthday is it? Robin, you put happy birthday to somebody?
No,
Happy
when I was saying this is my granddaughter's birthday weekend.
Oh, am I that far
Yeah.
up in the chat?
And
Okay.
guess what, y'all? Her mom is surprising her with Beyonce tickets.
Oh,
This will be her second Beyonce concert. So when
Oh,
nice.
that's
Beyonce
good.
come to Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, and I
I'm
can't wait to see her face again
I'm a
when
huge,
she get these
huge
tickets.
Beyonce and Jay-Z fan. And the last concert that I attended of theirs was their on the road
On
tour.
the
On the
run,
run.
On
on
the
the
run,
run,
on the
yeah.
run. Yes, and it was excellent. I acted a fool. You would have thought I knew those folks personally, but yeah, that's good. Happy birthday again, Marita. Simply Beautiful. Give me your final thoughts, please.
My final thoughts is I just hope that Martell gets some help. I mean, whether it's inpatient, outpatient, regardless, sit down and talk to somebody. And if you're gonna tackle your childhood, you can't just simply put everything on your father. You got to tackle the other issue, which is Marlene. Um, and I just want him to get better.
Great, great advice. We want that too, for sure. Thank you, Simply Beautiful.
Hmm.
After Simply, in the order that I see, we have Hannah Grace.
Thank you so much, Chit Chat, and I thank all the chat for giving us recommendations on what to pray for and all of that. And we are learning and we are seeking. We're gonna practice what we preach, and I think that we just have to be patient with one another and everything like that. And hopefully Martell will get it together and all of that. But we hope the best for Mel. And she looks very happy. So I'm thinking, yeah, the show is it's going to go in her hopefully, because I've seen Carlos pull a few tricks out of his bag when they edit but anyway, we hope that it goes her way, and I'm hoping it's going to be a good season. But if they bring the side chick, I mean the coleslaw on there, it's a wrap for me. So, but I
Yeah,
see Martell trying to get her on there and everything. But
right.
yeah, it's a great thing for us to get together and talk about and just bounce things off of each other. And, hopefully we'll just, all we're not going to all get to the same destination at the same time, but hopefully we can all agree to be patient. And I should take that same sentiment when it comes to Martell. So, but anyway, I was reading a lot of the comments, and I'm listening, and I'm hoping to get
Hannah,
where I need to get
look,
to when it
like
comes to that. Okay. Thanks for letting me
Hannah,
share.
before you go, Hannah, like Maritha said to you and a couple other people, look, no one is saying that how you feel is invalid, and you are truthful, and God is smiling at that. So again, like you just said, it's at everyone's own pace. You may get there, you may not. I may feel this way today, feel differently tomorrow. So it's a judgment free zone, Hannah. But thank you so much. I want to say real quickly, GM, and I'm just on the roll today, guys, because like I said, I've been pumped up since earlier. GM, you won't be able to comment again, but you just commented on a video and you're blocked. So, and I don't do this. I really, really don't. But it's like people are really, really taking things like, oh, too far. But sorry about that, Hannah. Again, we respect your opinion all the time. So thank you so much. Hopefully you'll be in the members only live tomorrow.
I will. Thank y'all so much. And y'all, I'll be hanging out listening. All right. Bye-bye now.
All right. Bye, Hannah.
Bye-bye.
Cheryl Howard, I'm going to go back up to you. Your final thoughts, Cheryl?
Well, thank you for letting me up. For to discuss. I said, thanks for letting me up to
You're
discuss
welcome.
this. And you know, if Martel wants his blessings, if he wants his blessings, if he wants to continue having his blessings blocked, he needs to go to God. It doesn't matter what nobody says, until he go to God and ask for forgiveness, and he go to God, a lot of his blessings are going to continue to be blocked.
And
So,
that's absolutely true. And somebody put that in the comments as well, And again, thank you so much, Maritha. I just saw your message in the back chat. He has to want it. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So yeah, I agree with that. We can hope, wish, dream, pray, all of the above. If he's not doing it himself, then you know what I'm saying?
Right.
What's the point? So
But that's
great.
it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Cheryl Howard. I
Okay.
appreciate that. We are going, who did I miss? Debbie Button, your final thoughts?
I thank you for having me on your panel. I
Yeah.
just hope it's a good season. I don't want to see Martell. I hope he gets the help he needs, but
Mm-hmm.
that's up to him. I just hope it's a good season and hopefully the last season.
You hoping it's the last season?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
Because to me, it's too many lies and they faking and people saying they got businesses and they got all kind of lawsuits going on
Mm,
and Carlos is faking trying to elevate these people, pull the wool over eyes. I don't like to be insulted.
got you. Great points too. And I agree with it. It's a lot of fakery going on. We've seen it. I called it last year, and look, I can't say for sure even on that because I'm not in Huntsville. But I just didn't see how Tisha went from a housewife to a multi-million-dollar boss running all of these businesses, and you know what I'm saying? We
Right.
didn't see the in between. What
Right.
happened?
That's my point. That's my whole point. You
Yeah,
never saw her do anything. And now all of a sudden she this big boss. She
right.
did this, she did that. To me,
Mhm.
that's fake. Because
Yep.
in reality, it doesn't happen that way.
Yeah,
And I
not
just want to see the real. And
right.
to me, they don't show the real on that show. So
Yeah.
therefore, I'm done.
I agree with you, Debbie. That's a big missing piece to the puzzle for sure. Because, even just this past summer, the girl was begging on live to Marceau. Well, I want to work. And he joking, telling her the degrees he thought would just be on the wall. And so, yeah, how did that happen? So I do think that it was a manufactured storyline, and I'm not buying it either. But great
And
points.
then
I will say this, Debbie. For me, as long as Mel signs up for it, I'm watching. And I think that with a lot of people, we respect you on YouTube, especially when we create content. Those that say they don't watch the show, they would rather just watch the YouTubers, recaps. And I'm ready for the show to start too because I try to, and I think it's just for my own mental to try to have some type of balance as much as I can. You know what I mean? Because if not, every day I just be coming on here talking about Martell. So I just let loose on his ass yesterday. But thank you, Debbie.
Thank you for having me. Good night.
You are welcome. And then I have Bad Apple, and we're going to end this with Miss Allegedly herself. So, Anonymous, thank you for remaining. I'm going to have my little banner ready for you. But, Bad Apple, what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are I'm definitely going to watch the new season. We already know everybody else on the show is faking, but what I'm going to be watching for is the interaction between Mel and Stormy, because I want to see how Stormy is going to walk herself through all of her and her mama's BS that they perpetrated over the last few months. Like I know Mel said that she and Stormy had a conversation or whatever, but I want to see how she tries to cover herself.
Yeah.
You know? But that's what I'll be watching for. I'm not interested in anybody else on the show, to be honest.
I feel you, and I'm looking out for that too, because the way it appeared online, Stormy had a little resistance. Like you just mentioned, I saw Mel said, well, I remember Mel saying in the beginning, hopefully we can talk about it. And then she did say that they did. So I'm curious to see how that turns out as well. One thing that I must say, I did see a own post today on Instagram, No Destiny. So they had the self-portraits of everybody. Mel, Martell, maybe it was all the women, if I'm not mistaken. Kimmy, Tisha, Mel, Tiffany, Stormy, No Destiny. And I just wonder how Destiny feels. You know, if she would have been more open and less combative, I feel like she would have still had a place on the show. So a part of me feels like, and we shall see, she's still going to have a limited role. I don't think she's been let go completely. But we will see. Thank you so much, Bad Apple.
Yes,
I love
thank you.
Join as well. Thank you.
And I love your panels. Thank you for having everybody up, including myself. And you enjoy the rest of your night.
You're welcome. You're one that gives me a debate, and I love it. So thank you.
All right.
All
you
right.
take it easy. Enjoy your night.
You too.
Bye-bye.
All right, guys, I'm going to put this banner up.
And I'm going to make sure we get it all.
Woo, Lord. You're going to work me before it's time for me to get up out of here.
Chit Chat, I love you. I love your forum. I love the fact that you allow diverse opinions and you allow everybody to speak freely under our First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. Mm-hmm. So I want your channel to be blessed because you are our free press for Love and Marriage Huntsville and other topics. And I just want to bless you for that.
Oh, Anonymous, I didn't need allegedly up for that.
Well, it's okay. Now, when you get to what I'm going to say, you put it up.
No, you're not done. Okay.
All right, people who are still in the chat, let's brag a little bit more before
real quickly. I appreciate that so much. You know, I love me some you. Thank you. We've had our little debates, heated debates. And, you know, it is what it is. So it's always good that even if we have a difference of opinions on things, that we can come back together and continue on. So thank you for that. And let loose, Anonymous. Let me get that banner back up.
I know.
Child. Okay.
All right. Okay. Hotel, you need an exorcism.
Oh, child.
A pill and a drip.
Allegedly. Go ahead.
Allegedly, in my opinion. Now, what I would love for you to do, which will help you get to the exorcism pill and drip, is you need to stop talking to Carlos Queen every day and every night.
Lord have mercy. Okay.
As you stated at the reunion that you do. Or Carlos said you do.
Carlos did.
And ultimately, I would love and pray, even though I shouldn't for you, that you would ultimately realize the true enemy to you was the snalts and not Melody.
Yep, and himself.
Yeah.
He was his own worst enemy.
He
But
was, but
just
just the
okay
fact
that
that, you know.
I just gotta acknowledge that, and I'm gonna let you go back on. You even said that you were gonna pray.
Well, I said pray that he gets the awakening to realize who his fury should be at.
Okay, that's a
It's
faith.
not Melody, which he's trying to destroy. It is
Mm,
the people that had him divide his kingdom from Melody and his children.
yeah, yeah.
That's who he needs to really put his fury on.
Great
So
point.
whatever they did to turn him out, to have him despise his wife, that is the issue. It's the evil that they had him do. And
Mm,
that's the part that's why he's battling, because he's trying to be wicked when God said you need to be righteous
and
and
humble.
treat people righteously.
Mm-hmm.
And you will be blessed and not cursed. And that's the thing. So,
Great point, Anonymous. I respect your opinion. And I do agree that the Scots may have had a tad bit of influence,
yeah.
but Martell single-handedly.
No, he did. He did, but he let the serpent have him pick the fruit from the Garden of Eden.
That could be the case. But what I do know is this, and I agree with you. I think that there was envy, and on the outside looking in, my opinion only, they probably didn't even know the inner workings of the business between Mill and Martell as they learned once the show started going, and as they've learned since the divorce. So I think that a lot of them probably did say, man, you still gonna have it going on and this or that, not knowing that it was Mel that was the brains and all of that. You know what I mean?
But baby, you know what's sad? Chris Fletcher knew. And when they asked her to come back to the comeback group, they didn't know. They just thought they continued to divide and conquer.
Yeah.
They didn't realize Melody would realize who her enemy was and end it.
Yeah. It's a wrap for Mel. Somebody just said that she put in her story something about she's done or ain't no going back. Girl.
It's true, because she can't. I mean, God told her to leave for a reason, because he's going to take, and this is why you were saying we pray. I can't pray for Sodom and Gomorrah destruction that's about to befall on them.
My thing is, and I respect that, Anonymous, but my thing is, just like she ain't going back, I know she ain't going back. She knows she ain't going back. Anybody with common sense should know that's self-destruction. If she was
she gave him one last chance
right
during that pandemic, and he ignored warnings and everything. And that's, when you do that, it's over.
But that still does not mean to me that be a better man. I pray you can be a better man for your kids. That's, you know what I'm saying? For your
Well,
kids.
in the words of Miss Seeley, until you do right by her.
Period.
That's how he'll get better, but he has to do right by her. And that's the thing. He doesn't want to do right.
Yeah. Well,
that's the part.
And as long as he doesn't, we all know what's
going to happen.
Will continue to happen.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Anonymous.
Thank you, darling.
I appreciate you as always. And I'm going to turn on my music and say goodbye to everybody. I'm going to go up and acknowledge you guys. To everybody that joined me on the panel, thank you guys so much. I promise you, I was only coming on live today for a good 15 minutes. And here it is. We are at 2 hours and 32 minutes. To everyone that was watching in the bushes, I appreciate you guys. If you are still watching and if you have not hit like, please do. It is free. Tennessee girl, you had some pretty powerful comments. I believe I may have read one. But yeah, thank you guys in the chat. Not only do we debate on the panel, and sometimes people complain, you guys are talking over each other and all of that. We just speaking it, you guys are typing it. So if you look at the timestamps, if you guys weren't typing and were speaking it, it'd be all over each other as well. But great discussion, great debate in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to say my good night. Good night. Meditation Sounds, you had a great comment as well. Oh my goodness. I wish I can screenshot comments and then play them. But thank you, Meditation. Momo, thank you. Have a good night. Angela, Tang, have a good night. Casino, Aunt Ann, thank you so much. If you are still listening or if you're still in the chat, you drop knowledge all up and through this chat. So I plan to catch you on your morning live tomorrow. Thank you again, Aunt Ann. To my cutie crew, Patricia, Robin, Demita, Joe, Miss J, Tawana, Hannah, Grace. Who else was representing tonight? Cherise, Juan Davis, Tanya Russell. Cutie crews, I'm going to put up early tomorrow morning a topic post on a community wall. Please let me know what you guys want to discuss. Let's try to switch it up from what we was talking about tonight, but anything. If you guys want to continue this conversation, we can as well. Tanya Russell, thank you for being a member of the Cutie Crew. Des, the bomb. Love the name. The previews seem to be the same. Same old, huh? I think so too, Patricia. I really do. It was Richie Scott interview. I saw this earlier too. I'm not sure if you're speaking of when I was mentioning what Carlos said, because Carlos was speaking with a lady and it had Hollywood in the name. I did go to Instagram and try to search during the live. So yeah, it must have been a separate one if you're speaking of that. But thank you, Betty. Good night, ADR. ADR was buck wild up in these comments tonight. I saw you. Indian Wales, good night. Neva, good night. Yvette Lee, absolutely. Well, they've already reached the 100th episode. Oh, you mean watching it until it premieres? Yes. I'm going to watch her if she decides to stay for 200 episodes. So, you know, that's what I think. That I get it, though. Everybody tired of the same thing, the same storylines and all of that. But as long as she's there, I'm there. I got you, Sandra. I can't wait to get back to recaps because this off season of trying to stay in the know has been a bit much. But all right, guys, I hope you guys have a great night. I think so too, Candy, in one way or another. Red, and I'm just now seeing you in the chat. If you still listening, hello and good night. See you on the next live. I was looking for you. Beverly, I missed what are you guys laughing at? Everybody leaving and I'm still reading the comments. Beverly Child's laughing. Evelyn laughing. Momo laughing. What y'all laughing at? Let me scroll up. See what I missed. I'm crying at his head is shrinking. Was that the razor comment from Debbie? Debbie sounds like somebody else that used to be on the panel. I can't think of her name. Very distinct voices. They sound just alike. All right, guys. I am out of here. Hope you guys have a great night. Yep, Tang. Child, somebody say UPS. You can go down there and work at the post office where Mel drops off all of her packages. What a fall from grace. Oh my goodness. It's terrible. Not only fans, Miss J, Dollar General, pump some gas at a gas station, a Walmart greeter. Somebody always hiring. I don't know. That little pamphlet, didn't nobody support him because he was tormenting Mel. So the toilet tissue calendar. I'm trying to get off, but I'm reading these comments. Not tonight, Monica. Sorry. Excuse me. Natasha's got to escape is what Ariana is becoming. I don't think she could ever be Ariane at all if he's still here. The difference is she's the breadwinner in the family. She's married. But I get what you're saying as far as that man having some type of control over her. It's like, girl, wake up. Oh my goodness, I am such a huge New Edition fan. Thank you. I'm so glad I saw this comment. You should have saw how quick I just grabbed this notepad. San Diego is not far from me at all. I'm going to look up the dates. Keep me posted at Queen's Tea. I would love to meet you. If I decide to come. I think I want to see them in Vegas, though. Good night, Sherry. Thank you. Tyra. Why is this the first time I'm seeing Tyra's name? Hey, Tyra, and good night. Not sure who's still listening. We still got 333. You guys are just listening to me ramble. Hannah Grace, thank you so much again, Hannah. Don't ever take it personal again. Everybody has their own opinions. They work at their own pace. All of that good stuff. So I appreciate you, Hannah. All right, I'm getting down to the bottom. Good night, Evelyn. Good night, Eva. Juan Davis. Did I say Eva or Neva? Neva. Paulette, Sylvia, the real Nikki. Good night. Soul Star Music Lover. Good night. Heck, you know she's not going back. Ever. All right, guys, signing off. Have a great night. Chat with the members tomorrow and chat with you guys later. Hello and goodbye, Dee Dee. I am signing off. Hope you have a good night and join me next time. Good night.